Right, so I'm here with Kevin Lerena. Welcome to SA Boxing Talk, the WBC Bridgerweight World Champion. Kevin, you've just come back for a short trip to South Africa, all the way back from Malta and Tyson Fury camp. How's everything going?
It's been going good. Obviously, I've been assisting Tyson and pushing him hard in his training camp. So I just got back from Malta. Obviously, going to head back to Malta to help him with his final week of sparring in camp and then head off to Saudi. But it's been good, great experience for me as always. You know, when you're training with the former heavyweight champion of the world who's going into another massive, major, big, high pinnacle, high stakes, heavyweight fights, it's always good to work with each other. Iron sharpens iron. A lot of people say that, but this is literally iron sharpening iron, the best, sparring with the best in order to elevate our levels. And I said that on social media. I said the best work with the best in order to both elevate and to both grow. And yeah, it's been great. Been really looked after that side. Myself and Peter was with me for a couple of days, and then I was there for 4.5 weeks, just over 4 weeks, so just over a month. But it's been really good.
If you could give some people a perspective as to what it's like going away from home and as a sparring partner as well, you know, going on your own, but also you know a couple of the guys there, but you know, what's it like?
No, it's good. In Tyson's camp, it's good, I must be honest, because it's like I know a lot of the guys. You know, obviously Peter's my manager, co-managing with Spencer on that side. So we're all kind of together. You know, we really looked after. I can't explain it to people. You know, I've been to other camps, but we're not seeing as sparring partners. They've said to me, as I came into camp, he said, "You're the world champion here, so whatever you need, you let us know. If you want to train different times, you let us know. These are the days we spar, you let us know." Really looked after, staying in 5-star hotels, 5-star treatment. I can't really explain it until somebody really experiences it. What I take out of it though is the value I'm getting in the ring and putting in what Peter teaches me here and taking it there and almost converting it. Because you work the bag, we work hard daily here, and it was nice to convert it. Even though I never had a sign fight, we got things in the pipeline, but now kind of converting all that energy and all you're learning here on the bag into your craft, which is really great. And obviously with a highly skilled 6'9" mammoth of a man, so you're only going to grow and you're only going to learn from it, and it's only going to do me good, so I hope it does him good too.
You've done sparring with Tyson Fury in the past before, and now you know you got the opportunity to go again. What are the differences this time?
Obviously, I worked a lot more rounds with him this time. In the previous camp, I was only there for 2 weeks. I had to return because my mother was ill. So I've worked a lot more rounds with him this time, and you know, got to see how he comes on as the days go on, and how both guys talking about both of us, elevate our game as the sparring sessions go on. Obviously, you get used to one another, but he's such an adaptive, skillful guy. He's changing his plan constantly, which forces me to change what I do too. So literally I notice as the camp goes on and as the days go on, how people become sharper in the week, how people, you know, go up, go down, go up. It's just like a normal training camp. He's a normal human being and he's really looking sharp. I think if I had to compare the first few spars we had in the beginning of the year to now, he's definitely much stronger now. He's much heavier. I think he's 15 kilograms heavier. So I'd say much stronger, and he's still keeping his boxing ability, speed and explosive, relative explosiveness. You know, for a big man, he's got great. If you get to the end of Tyson Fury's jab, or if you get caught at the end of his range, which is his strong point, you're going to have a problem. So you really have to work hard to not get hit by him. And he's got a good eye. His ring IQ is phenomenal. I mean, if you saw the first fight with Usyk, a lot of people get it twisted because Alexander Usyk's a phenomenal fighter. But I think up until the part where Tyson got hurt and got caught, I think for the first 6, he was having so much fun in there. He told me, he said, I was surprised how easy I was having it.
Yeah.
Credit to Usyk though, because Usyk took some massive shots and big uppercuts and stood his ground. And he weathered the storm and came on and beat Tyson. But it was a fight that was so close. I mean, a split decision, which means it could have gone either way. So people mustn't get it twisted that the first fight was a blowout and Usyk smashed him. No, it was such a good fight, a good boxing match. 2 big men. Well, obviously Usyk a smaller heavyweight, but 2 heavyweights, 2 guys at the pinnacle. And yeah, it was a phenomenal fight to watch live. And obviously, if you're a fighter and a purist, you realize how skillful both guys are in there.
Speaks to the motivation of Tyson this time around. You know, obviously coming in as the world champion and then having now lost his title. Do you see a spark inside of him into this camp?
Of course. I think, listen, when they work, they work. Tyson's 100% dedicated. He trains every day. You know, we spoke off the record. There's not a day at home that he doesn't train. Go for a run or hit the gym or hit the boxing bag, because that's his therapy. You know, he doesn't want to fall into a hole that he's been down before, and that's his remedy and his medicine to keep him sane. And you know, he's a big advocate for mental health awareness, and we know what he went through. He came back. I mean, he was close to, I think we were speaking, he was close to 150 kilograms when he hit the depression, and how he's come back is phenomenal. The way he schooled Vladimir Klitschko to win all the bouts, went into a terrible space and came back and obliterated Wilder, went on to beat other fighters, Dylan White, Derek Chisora, and going to the biggest fight, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world against Usyk. That is remarkable on its own, and let alone the money he's made in those last 5 years is exponential. So you've got to only respect and learn from a man like that, because he's done the fighting side, he's a fighting man, he's done the business side, he's a businessman, but most importantly, what stands out for me, he's a very good human being, he's a good person, got a good heart, and he's real. And that's why I went back to help him in camp. And obviously, we say help him, help each other. Yeah. Pushing each other in the gym, pushing each other on the bag, sparring with each other, working each other, doing sprints with each other, just trying to both become better, even though we're kind of at the top of our relative weight and at the top level of our sport. We want to get better. And that shows me, after all Tyson's done and all the money he's still got hunger and desire to go and obliterate Usyk. So I wish both of them all the best. Obviously, I'm behind Tyson, I'm Team Fury. I'm 110% in Fury's camp, and I want Tyson to win. Both are competitive fighters, good fighters. So may the best man win on the 21st of December.
Right, and I've seen you mentioned teamwork, you know, obviously working together, and there's a whole group of you guys there, big heavyweights there, that obviously get in the gym and spar. Guys have been eating really well. I've been seeing in Malta. Can you describe some of the food that you've been eating, because that's been insane?
Look, I mean, we got our meals that are catered for us, so all healthy food. Like I said to Pete, I said, actually the first 3 days in a month, or in 5 weeks that I've been away, the first 3 days I felt shit are these 3 days that have just passed back at home, and I can tell you why. It's because I've eaten shit food. I've eaten a bit of sugar, and I said, you know, let me just chill. Even though I'm staying in the gym, let me have a bit of sugar. I woke up this morning feeling absolutely shit. When I was in camp, it was healthy food, training twice a day, chilling in your room, chilling by the pool, getting some sun, going for walks, enjoying the beautiful Malta, you know, enjoying the team environment, banter at the villa, at the house, hanging out, talking rubbish, smack talk, banter, you know how it is with the boys. And then come back home and have a little bit of chocolate, and you're like, that's when you realize this shit's bad for you. Because I went from a very good Mediterranean healthy food to eating good food, yeah, but sneaky in a chocolate. So yeah, it just shows you there's 100% discipline that side. Obviously, I'm back here with my kids. You know, my kids came up from Cape Town, so I just wanted to see them. I had to go to an event on Saturday, so I'm back. But obviously, I'm going back for the final week of sparring to keep him nice and sharp, and then obviously come back home, fetch my boy. Then we're heading off to Saudi. I promised him I'd take him to watch the fight, and he loves boxing. He's my biggest fan, and the least I can do is take him to watch the Unified Heavyweight Championship of the World in Saudi Arabia. So that makes me proud, just giving my child memories and things to remember when it's all said and done.
And obviously they've watched you fighting before. How's it like? You know, obviously you don't see them, but how's it like? How's the feeling like when you get home?
Yeah, listen, I think like my son said, you know, he's my biggest supporter. You know, I can do no wrong in his eyes. I'm the best in the world. But it makes me feel good knowing that my children look up to me and they appreciate what I do. And the key word there is appreciate. I don't want them to put me on a pedestal. I don't want them to idol worship me. I'm their dad. I want them to love me for what I do and to appreciate what I do for them, you know, and to make them proud, to make my family proud, my wife, my beautiful kids at home, Malachi, Maximus, Brooklyn and Ivana. I do it for them and to make them proud. So like I said, when it's all said and done, I want to give them something to talk about. I don't really care what other people talk about, but I want my kids to say, my dad did X, Y, and Z, and I'm proud of my dad. That means I've lived.
And speaking about that, I mean, yes, you're a world champion now, but you're also starting new projects as well that you want to maybe, you know, start in the next year or so. Can you speak on any of that?
Look, I'm very passionate about what boxing's done for me, and when Peter jumps in for the interview, he'll talk on it too. Boxing's been so good to me in a sense of, yes, I've worked super hard, I've delivered on the stages, I've delivered on the platforms I was given, fought for RBO world title, delivered, won it, defended it 6 times, fought for interim bridgeweight, won it, fought against Daniel Dubois for the WBA heavyweight world title, slightly lost it, fell up short, bounced back, got some victories. So for me, boxing's been good to me. I've delivered on the platforms that I've been given, but I also want to give back. And how do you give back in boxing within the country? Well, it's all good and well, but I have a few ideas on what I want to do, early in the new year to spearhead something and to be the face of something. I don't want to give too much away, but to be the face of something that gives other young fighters the opportunity to fight, to build their records, to be seen on certain platforms that are to be announced hopefully soon, but just to be heard for the guys that haven't been given the opportunity, because there might be that diamond in the rough that everybody's missing, but you'll only find out if you give people equal opportunity.